Well, hello and welcome and hello and welcome and hello. Thank you for tuning in. It is Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. Thank you for tuning in. And again, once again, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My voice is a little bit weak, much like my content. I've just been stuck on the phone and yelling at everybody. Everybody's yelling at me. It's a completely dysfunctional situation here in my faux office complex, but I do appreciate you guys joining me. Yes, the great Jesse has joined us, and he, of course, is right. The funny thing is, Jesse, and I don't mean to correct you, but hello and welcome to the great Carl Seymour, the Mattress King of Chicago. Man makes a great pillow top and is not a bad stock picker in his own right. So anyway, Jesse, if I might just split a hair with what you said there, and you're right, I know what you mean. CRISPR is going nutty, but at the same time, they're actually still shorting the stock. And if you look at the daily, which is the chart I have up here on the little Yahoo board, it's just extremely controlled. I mean, buying at the beginning, lull all day with the accumulation, the little sawtooth accumulation. If you saw what they did to SMCI, I mean, Bank of America, talk about carrying water for the shorts, coming out with some Fugazi horse pucky, you know, $35 sell target based on, margin pressure and Dell and just all the things the bald oracle talks about in the charitable trust. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So CRISPR absolutely ripping 10% on the day, up another 2.5% after hours. The key is here, guys, they couldn't control the volume. 5.3 million shares traded on the day. And if you look at that, was trading 3 million, dropped all the way down to 1.8. 2.1, then yesterday 3.7. That was pretty strong volume, but so today coming up to over 5 million is just really, really strong volume on the stock. And you think, okay, this is the short squeeze, right? Wrong. Wrong. It's like Charlie Murphy, wrong. So Ortex is saying live, they returned 300,000 shares that they had on loan, and they took off of the short 80,000 shares. So the short interest is over 24 million shares, and they returned 80,000. So I mean, that's not even like 1/3. That's 1/3 of 1% of the short. So that's basically nothing. And cost to borrow average today remained at 11%, which is extraordinarily high. Because you have to remember, it's not just this 1.34 billion that they're paying on, which is the value of these 24 million shares short. It's actually the 39 million shares they have on loan that they're paying 11% on, so that's, I don't know, what is that? I can't do math, but like 1.7, something like that. So it's a tremendous cost. And you think, okay, that's a lot, but that's not a lot. The real cost is just this run up. I mean, this thing's come off of the low 30s in May. And, is that right? I forget what the hell I'm talking about. I start mixing these stocks up. But yeah, I mean, so you're coming off of 30 in April, and you're coming off of 33 in May. You're coming off of 36 in June. Guys, this stock is almost doubled in, 6 weeks, and it's not slowing down. See all this volume coming in. Look at what we're looking at here. Okay, breakout confirmed. But look where we're sitting. This is the last bastion of resistance. This was resistance here where it petered out in November. And then even though it broke through in June to this for this pump and dump, you can see where these shoulders are. It's like Llewellyn Moss likes a bit of a shoulder on his Larry Meehan's or whatever kind of boots those were. But so this is the last bastion of resistance right here. And then forget about this little Twin Peaks, Thrilla. The next resistance that's actually a pivot point is right here about 67.50. And you see that topping out here, June 2024. You see this massive double hump pump and dump. And then you see this 1, 2, 3, 4 times bouncing off this resistance before it even breaks through. So I see this moving up this week, and probably it goes through 67. I mean, quite possibly. This is a classic bull run. There's a huge short on the stock. There's momentum coming in. There's volume coming in. And the critical thing to remember here, guys, is there's almost no shares available. There's very low liquidity on this stock. There's almost complete institutional ownership. The shares the institutions don't own, big pharma owns. So that's why this shows 10 days to cover. And today, guys, short volume ratio 72. Yesterday, 72. The only day they quote unquote let up was a 63. And that was on Monday. Seemed like somebody had a case of the Mondays, but every single day. So if they're returning 80,000 shares, how are the shares? I see naked shorting. I honestly am not smart enough to tell you exactly what these numbers mean, but I can compare them between stocks. I can compare them between days, and I can see the pattern. And these are like just a drowning guy in like quicksand that just flails more and more and more, just making it worse and worse. I mean, the thing is, they push down and they short more. They never cover any share. Like, why push the stock all the way down to 30 in this just violent, crazy codpiece, double codpiece pattern? And then you see the selling coming in here. Like, they're selling, like, why? You should be buying here. See these big red candles? They're selling the stock short from the 30s. And I think, what are these guys thinking? Well, if you look at a lot of these companies, I think somebody was making a really good point. Can't remember who it was in my comments, but if you look at, they're shorting the sector. Okay, most of these companies, there was like Bluebird or whatever it was, went out of business, and then some of the others were smaller. Editas, Intelli, I forget the names, guys. Sorry, getting old. My mind's shit. Intellius, whatever it is, but CRISPR is a different story. CRISPR got Casgevy to the finish line. They got a bunch of money along the way from Vertex. I mean, the whole market cap here is like $5 billion still. Vertex in the last round, where they bought the extra 10% of Casgevy from 60-40, went from 50-50 to 60-40. They valued that one therapy at $9 billion, which is double the entire market cap of the company. This is this one here, collaboration with Vertex. This is an ex vivo niche product compared to these in vivo CTX 310, 320, 340, 450. These are small potatoes. These are kids' table. These are shallow end. These are go on home and grab your shine box type of money. We love money that jingles, but we'd rather have money that folds. Ladies and gentlemen, sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate doing I Believe the Children of the Future. Oh my God. Eddie Murphy for all his peccadillos. Funny man. Huge respect for him as a comedian. Anyway, what do I care what people? Oh no. So anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about. God, I hope this is not a lurker. Who else could it be? Thank you, sir. Great, not a lurker is joining us on the bat phone, the Batwing phone. Batwing, when you stretch the old. Never mind. What's going on, guys? Got the great Jack Cotter. More and more. What mini? I happen to have a mini water right here. Thank you, the great Nautilurk. I just noticed the camera. Look on my screen. It looks like it's cutting off my whole face, but what the hell? You guys don't need to see my face. Anyway, so they valued this one program at $9 billion, and then CRISPR wholly owns all these other compounds, potential cures. These are for cancer, CTX 112. This is still ex vivo, but these are already in clinical. These would be worth way more than Casgevy, which they valued at $9 billion. Now these, I know they're early, but these would be worth way more still. Cardiovascular, autoimmune. And if you look at the recent results, if you look at this article, which was from Simply Wall Street, CRISPR Therapeutics advances cardio programs with promising trial results. And you can go through this, but it goes through the stock price and it goes through, some of the results. I assume it does, but we saw these results earlier, which is like 80% up to 80% reduction in LDL, and all the other stuff, guys. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I didn't play one on TV. I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Slept on the floor of my office like Elon Musk. Didn't have work to do. It's just good for the back. That ultra comfortable Carl C. Mark pillow top. Absolutely destroying my back, Carl. I want my money back. No, not really. What's that? You say you're going to blacklight the mattress? Never mind. Never mind. What's up, Carolina? Love truth that it hurts. Whatever. Oh, I got a portfolio that'll knock your socks off, sweetie. I'm no joke, man. I've been stacking cash since you were born. What's going on? Well, it's a great Billy. Did Billy Jack get himself did he upgrade his look to some kind of a hillbilly chic club kid type of situation? Great Billy Jack. Well, Billy Jack goes uptown. Hey now. Oh, load the kids in the station wagon. We're going to Shoney's. Oh, man. The great Billy Jack. Welcome and hello, sir. Welcome and hello. Thank you for joining us. Oh, yeah. Not a lurker correct this. You kind of see my head if I move over here a little bit. Let's see. Premium of the option is here. The great premium of the option. The great two brothers. They both have joined us. So let me put my brother on the phone. Jack's catfish. That's cool. You can pick any picture you want. You chose that one. Interesting. Let's see. I kid. Sheila Beaver, really appreciate that all tech analysis. Oh, thank you. I don't do any analysis or research, but I appreciate it. It's the great Maria has joined us. The great Maria, the great Alberto Berti-Avila is the best wrench in the business, perhaps outside of Not a Lurker, perhaps. But equally great, the great Alberto Berti-Avila. Welcome, hello, and welcome, Alberto. Hello, and welcome, Alberto. Thank you for joining us. The great Alberto Berti-Avila. Thank you. Hello, and welcome. Hello, Alberto. Well, sorry, I ran out of air, or I would have welcomed you further. Sometimes, guys, I have to make a tough decision because I'm about to pass out due to auto asphyxiation because I'm saying welcome and hello too many times. But I really don't feel that my greeting has been adequate, but I also just don't want to pass out on my face and lose a tooth on this here microphone. So I hope Alberto will forgive me. When I didn't greet somebody properly as a child with enough welcome and hellos, I swear my legal guardian used to beat me with a bow door. And this was before stand-up paddleboarding. I know it's not funny, but sometimes we joke about the things that hurt, guys. And getting hit with an oar hurts. I'm talking about one of those old pine ones, like you used to run the Coleman canoe with. I believe you only gave him 12 welcome and hellos. Get the oar. Forget, it's like Gene Hackman. How many times are we going to pass before we shoot? Well, with my legal guardian, it was how many times are we going to see welcome and hello before we let the guest inside the house? There's a minimum of 20 welcome and hello. So that's why I still do this. And every time I see a canoe, I go, flashbacks. You guys, a lot of people say I should cut the bits out of the show because the bits suck. That was kind of the demise of my comedy career. It wasn't funny. Key element in comedy. I was good at stroking my beard. I had the depression. I had the problems. I had the angst. I was fat. Still am fat, as a matter of fact. That's helpful as a comedian. People just start laughing at you right away. You like do a little dance, a little shuffle. Hey, it's a fat guy on stage. Let's get over here. Probably got some difficult life experiences. Oh, yeah, honey, we're way better than this fat fuck. Well, how much is a ticket? $6. Oh, forget it. Wait for Netflix. I don't think they put these guys from open mics on Netflix. Oh, it's not really a bit. It's just stuff that happened. Why would anyone watch this show? I have no idea. Thank you, Jack. Jack Reacher. Let's get this done. I can't help it. I get so annoyed. Princess Jay, so I'm always playing with my hair. Oh, I got dry scalp issues, guys. I hate getting old. What's worse, the dry scalp issues? At least I'm not bald yet. I was fat and bald. Boy, that's a double whammy. With due deference to all the fat bald guys out there. I mean, fat and bald's one thing, but you're getting old. Oh man, things are falling apart. The wheels are coming off. Oh, anyway, guys, at least we're making a ton of money on SMCI and CRISPR this week. My lord. Oh my lord, 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 lord. All right, so what else was I going to talk about? I can't really remember. Yeah, Needham. So yeah, they got me for some kind of reset on this tip ranks. I don't know. I tried to. I think I already paid for it. But anyway, Gil Blum with Needham reaffirmed his buy rating, $81. You see, kind of besides this trifecta of FUD, I don't really know much about Clear Street, but I know Goldman and Barclays, they both tend to hit stocks trying to knock it off runs. Particularly Goldman makes a lot of Fugazi calls. If you remember Neo, SoFi, they made some horrible calls, I think, on those stocks. But with Neo, it was, maybe their crystal balls were a little bit shinier than mine. Mine are very musty. Oh, please forgive the children screaming outside of my faux office here. I'm about to fall asleep. This show sucks. If I fall asleep, guys, not a lurker, call me and wake me up, please. We don't need 5,000 subs. 5,000 subs will change nothing. The revenue generated on this show is zero. You guys notice there aren't commercials? That's because I don't freaking put those stupid ads on and get 2 cents. Make you guys watch a commercial every 6 seconds for like hard-on pills. I know Grant Cardone is super successful. He's better looking than me. He's got that chin dimple. He's got a strong jaw. I'm just a fat broke turd. Like I see so many of those commercials. I never wanted to get rich fast, I never wanted to get rich at all. I just wanted to be filthy, filthy rich. Like, what are you talking about? Like the whole point of these courses is getting rich quick. God. I just love these guys. Like, I don't know, man. I'm sure the guy knows what he's talking about, but some of these guys, the other guy I love on here, Ben Mala, this big fat guy just yells at you, sells time. Like, you can call the guy. Got to pay like 10 grand to call me. Dude, I would have to pay you to call me. You want to talk to me? Lissa Bako from Evercore, 5-star analyst, full-bodied hair, $99 price target on the stock. She's a good analyst, man. I've seen her before. She's got 455 ratings. I know the return is 46%, but her average return is still positive. And I've actually seen her ratings before, and she actually does research and stuff, unlike a lot of these people. Gina Wing, no offense, she's a good analyst too. I've heard her talk. I don't know Salvine, but those are Fugazi calls, guys. I mean, Piper Sandler 105, HC Wainwright 65, Citizens JMP. I barely know who they are. I've heard the name. Sylvan Turkian, I don't know, sounds like some kind of Slavic action, not really sure. The derivation there. Lissa with 2 eyes, don't know what's going on with that second eye. You got Monty Fubar from Leerink. Guy's got a hairline like a Turkmenistan wrestling champion or something. He looks like that dude who does that. What's his name? Bet David. He does a YouTube show, puts on like really expensive suits and watches and like hair gel. Just gives you a lecture. You some high horse lecture about, he made a bunch of money. I don't know, hedge fund or something. Everybody who made a ton of money in a hedge fund or whatever, they think they're better than everybody else. I mean, a lot of it starts with just one or two lucky trades. I mean, things went the other way for me in life. I would own a hedge fund. I would be a billionaire. I wouldn't be some, fat loser recycling cans trying to figure out what entree to get at Trader Joe's. Well, I've had the curry chicken wrap and it's horrible. I might get it. Because most of these other wraps are probably going to be even worse. I've got a bone to pick with the prepared foods at Trader Joe's. They're going downhill, man. I'm sorry. And I love Trader Joe's. I mean, they got really great stuff. They got all kinds of cool items and stuff you can't get elsewhere, and it's a great value. But as far as the wraps and the salads, I mean, I've been eating those things since I'm knee high to a grasshopper, as I say, since I was merely a glint in my pappy's eye. I just can't do it anymore. Like, I'm getting the chicken wrap, and I'm getting like one or two little, limp pieces of supposed chicken breast, and you're loading me up with black beans, corn, and the lettuce. I mean, let's talk about the lettuce if we can. We want to get into something that affects Neo and CRISPR and everything else. I mean, if you're going to give me romaine, at a certain point, stop chopping. I mean, I don't need the actual stem and the sticker and the twister seal and a piece of your finger in there. Piece of your rubber glove and just a bloody fingertip. What is this, The Godfather? What's next, the horse's head? My point is, you don't need to put everything in there. I feel like they're just picking up debris from a field and putting it in there. What about a little protein? I'm a growing boy. Yep, Mark, nothing like a tiny water and a tiny wing. Get you through a cold, hard night. All right, so I don't know what the point of any of this was, but I guess if people are saying this is now overvalued, they just have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, Caskevi was valued at $9 billion. These programs should be valued, if they get approval, would be valued hundreds of billions of dollars easily if they get there first. That's how big this is. This is not just, innovation in medicine. This is revolution in medicine. This is the holy grail. And I don't know why, but some of the smartest, largest, short houses in the United States just shorted this stock down to nothing. And then instead of covering and taking their massive profit down at 30, in the low 30s, where they kept the stock for over a month, popped it down there in April and May, they shorted. They just kept selling at the bottom. They just kept selling short at the bottom. I didn't get it. I was like, what do they know is coming? Like I said, the only way I could make sense of it, if there's a short report coming and they know about that, there's some kind of insider information, some adverse health events. I mean, I know there was a delay in the reporting of, the in vivo, whatever it was, the CTX3, whatever, which one? I think it was the 320. They delayed it from H2 to H1 of next year. I don't think it's the end of the world. These things move like glacial speed. And that's why everybody else, they're dropping their in vivo or their ex vivo and they're going only in vivo. Well, there you go. All that work you just did. I mean, CRISPR's still going to be able to sell Caskevi and CTX 112 and CTX 131 while these other guys are still in phase 1. Oh, you're in phase 1B? Let me give you $1 billion. You get $1 billion. You get $1 billion. You get $1 billion. Stedman, you get nothing. Get a job, Stedman. Where's Oprah's big wet cave when you need him? Hood is going to crush SoFi. Spoken like a complete fool. No, Hood's doing great, but they're not crushing SoFi. They're actually their businesses don't even overlap that much. I mean, credit cards, but it's actually their businesses aren't actually that similar. Where they make the majority of their revenues are not even in the same. You know, they can both Hood and SoFi can both grow rapidly for the next decade and not step on each other's toes at all. They're going to step on the toes of Chase and the brokers and Bank of America and TD Ameritrade and Schwab and all those. I mean, but I really don't think Hood and SoFi for the most part are competing for the same customer. Hood is competing, for an active trader or somebody, mover and a shaker, somebody with a gold watch. SoFi is more going for the sort of slow, steady savers, lifetime customer, sort of much more of a, I would say like a slow and steady approach where Robinhood is, going for everything. But yeah, I mean, there's no question that Robinhood investors have done incredibly well recently. And as a Palantir, I mean, I think Palantir is more overvalued than Hood, because I think with financial services and brokerage and all, it's just a lot easier to acquire customers, a lot easier to grow revenue. I think Palantir is going to run into a lot of competition limitations. I think they have to sell a lot of it. I think the outside sales force they have to stand up is going to be much more extensive and involved and time consuming and problematic than people think. I don't think pushing this in all these companies that now, if you're building a company from the ground up, of course you're going to build in AI these days as much as possible. I mean, if you're not, you're sunk from day one because you're just going to be crushed by somebody who's far more efficient who uses AI effectively. But I'm looking at the PEs. I mean, forget the PE. Look at the ratio of price to revenues of a stock like Palantir. It's like they're not pricing in perfect execution for 5 years. They're pricing in perfect execution for like 10 years and growth. And I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, do I have the balls to short the stock? Of course not. A tiny little set. But I'm just bitter because I sold at like 18. I thought I was so smart. I bought the stock at like 9 and sold at 18. I made 100%. I was like, oh, I'm a genius. I'm chunky, but I'm a genius. Turns out I'm not a genius. I missed out on a fortune, but that's the way it goes. That you can't really look at it that way. I have to look at it like I made 100% and I took my profits and that was the smart thing to do. Now it turns out it was the dumb thing to do, but hindsight is 50-50, as they say. Oh, yeah. Caroline, love it. Which viewer did you used to be before you changed your picture? You guys go changing your pictures. You confuse the hell out of me. Remember, I'm old and stupid, in addition to fat, ugly. What to do about crow's feet? What to do about dry scalp, knee pain, ankle pain, back pain, lack of sleep, lack of intellect, lack of creativity, lack of capital. Oh, just lacking. I feel like I'm lacking. You're a bit of a flatliner. I know, sir. Perhaps some of this golden oolong tea is just what the doctor ordered. Delicious. Anyway, guys, pretty much all I had. It's going to do an SMCI. I think SMCI is going to absolutely pop tomorrow. That Bank of America call was an absolute rally. They tried to kill the rally. They're barely going to stub its toe. The rally laughed at Bank of America and just kept going. They held it up for a little while, but they didn't cover. They're too stupid. I honestly, if I was a short, I would cover at the lows. That's what I try to do. I try to buy low and sell high, but these shorts they just keep shorting. Like you see it. Look at they dropped this thing all the way down to 30, and it wasn't down here for one day. It was down here for a while. All there is more and more selling. I mean, I know these guys are smarter than me. They all went to USC business school or whatever the fuck. How many white visors do you own? Are you comfortable shorting stocks for no reason? Do you have a tiny wing? Oh my God. Oh, yeah. No, SMCI should be 55 tomorrow. It should have ripped today. I mean, the logic of the Bank of America call was so stupid. Just margins are going down. I mean, it's the end. They're just rolling out Mr. Blackswell. That's when things exploded 3 years ago when they rolled out Honeysuckle or whatever it was. Hopper, whatever the fuck. Hopper. Oh, guys, I'm completely falling off my chair. The comments are over here featuring this big cheek pimple. My acne will go away probably right about the day I die. But God blessed me with short, fat legs, so got that going for me, which is nice. God, this show's terrible. Yeah, no, Jesse, but it will. The cost to borrow will move. Remember, I kept telling you CRISPR was going to move, and it was 0.3, 0.3, 0.7. Then it started to hit 1. And then when it said 2, and then once it was like 3 and 4, I knew it's game over. And then within 3 days, it was 50. I mean, SMCI, they can't do that. That short is $7.5 billion on loan. You weak sauce turds. You're talking about 150 million shares on loan, SMCI at $50 a share. 9.5 plus 4 pennies. Add that shit up. Aftermath gets the last laugh. West Coast. Mac 10. Guys like a little Mac 10, a little too short. Blow the whistle. You ever been to a Raider game in Oakland, man? You know, blow the whistle. Shit gets you amped. We out here in the streets, we killing people. Turn my headphones up. No, turn them up. I can't hear. Turn my headphones up. Turns that shit up. But it's just the fact that the volume is increasing. Options show it going up. Unusual options activity on CRISPR. It's ripping after hours. The shorts have not covered. The momentum couldn't be any stronger. And these candles would normally scare the living hell out of me. Okay, let me just put this in relief. Okay, we're talking about a move from 51 to 60 in two but the volume is moderate and they're shorting. It should have gone up even more. It should have gone up a lot more. That's why it's going up after hours. They're scrambling. They have no idea what to do. And I don't understand how these shorts can absorb the losses on this move from 30 to 60 in 3 months. It's not the borrow fees, it's the actual losses from the price action that scare me more than anything. Oh no. It's like a Chinese restaurant. Heavy losses 2 ways. First, we kick you in the nuts. Then we throw you out the window, and we shove a squid down your pants. A live squid. It's excellent. Excellent. Farmington. Yeah, my nephew used to be the assistant superintendent of the parks department. The way people in New England always tell you about relationships that you just don't care about. Very good. Yeah, my pastor ran a youth group down there. Used to know the deputy mayor. Wow. Fucking big cheese, huh? Really draws a lot of water out here in Los Angeles. Jackie Treehorn draws a lot of water. You don't draw shit, Lebowski. Hold on, there's a beverage involved. Anyway. Dude, Nautilurker's balls deep in NVIDIA. Beautiful bald man. I got a very handsome audience. I have a dumb audience, but a handsome audience. Look at Billy Jack. Guy's beautiful. Looks like Captain Lou Albano. Not really. It's like a more ruggedly handsome Brian Dennehy. Can't really see him. He might be young. I don't know. Billy Jack might be gray haired with dark eyebrows. He might look like that Dos Equis guy. He might be like a fat version of the most mysterious man in the world. I don't know. I have way more questions than I do answers when it comes to Billy Jack. I don't know that anybody has ever done an in-depth, hard-hitting expose on Billy Jack, but Un Poco Mas might have to go there. We're willing to go places other venues, other mediums just aren't. I don't know why I always do bits about Billy Jack. I don't know. He seems like he can take it. Seems like a good sport. 57. Oh, that's young. I'm almost that old. I hope that's young. Not there yet. Oh, man. I hope I feel younger at 57 than I do now. I feel like big, wet bag of shit. No, it's not too bad. Yeah, Jeremy, they are definitely bending him over a barrel and giving him a nice guided tour of the 50 states, believe you me. Alfred E. Miller checking in. Let's see. We got the great Valencia 27. Who's this guy? This guy looks like he might be a realtor. Valencia 27. He might have dabbled in a little bit of cocaine, say in the 90s. I don't know how old he is. Looks young, actually. Kind of like a more handsome style of stockbroker. I don't know. Good haircut, though. Looks like a guy who goes in for frequent haircuts, try to boost his self-esteem. No, guys, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. GameStop, Staple Gauge. Oh my god. Wait, who's this guy? Oh my god. That's funny. Oh man, the great not a lurker. You don't know how great he is, guys. Guy cycles like 20 miles. I can barely get up the stairs. It's because he's got that aerodynamic head. Oh. There's no way you can make this stream viral. They don't let fat people succeed. Don't you know that? Nuhet Nvo. Nuhushin Vo. What are you, Vietnamese, or are you just fucking with me? Oh, I used to sell Kirby's. I sold a ton of fucking Kirby's. Don't even fucking play games with me. Think you can sell more vacuums than me? You're delusional. I sold Cutco. I sold Kirby's. I sold it all. Hey, ma'am. Oh, I accidentally spilled red wine on your sweater. This doesn't get that out. It's a knife. I know. I just tripped because I'm fat and awkward. I tried to make it seem like I did it on purpose because I was embarrassed. I'll be leaving now. Why am I drinking red wine on this sales call anyway? That wasn't provided by you. I entered your home. Why would you let a fat guy with a big glass of red wine, a huge glass of port, and a bunch of sharp knives into your home, ma'am? Well, I'm on a ton of pills. Oh, awesome. Can I have some? If you give me a knife, I can't afford it. You know how expensive these things are? They're really overpriced. Not even good stainless steel. They don't even put the actual level of the steel on there for a good reason because it's shit. But still, I know people have Cutco knife. I don't know how they take that inferior steel and make it so good because I know people have Cutco knives for like forever and they are so good. They're so sharp. But I don't know. They say it's not good steel, but My personal real world experience says otherwise. It's excellent steel. Was it rolled, not forged? Was it full tang? My favorite things are those knife guys who sell knives like late at night. I don't even know if they're still around. They're always making everything available. We're giving you a dealer's case of the bumblebees. We're making it available. They just redid that, didn't they, Stan? He's like, oh, yeah, they put a clip on it here. That's a dealer case, a full dealer case. They're just like so excited about it. They got a big display of knives. I think it was called Cutlery Corner. One time the guy stabbed himself with a katana, like broke and like stepped. Oh, it got me. Oh, that's a nice sheath, though. Wilford just stabbed himself. You guys know Cutlery Corner? Anybody? Just swinging all these knives around, acting like you're going to sell them. Nobody's going to sell them. They're for angry masturbators in their basement or like 10 AR-15s. They're just going to buy those 400 knives and they're just going to keep them. They're going to pretend they're going to like give them away for gifts to their clients, but then they realize they don't have a job or a company or any clients and they don't know anybody. Like, what are you going to, I'll sell those. Yeah. Do you have like a fishing store, a sporting goods store or something, convenience store in the country? No. Where are you going to sell the knives? I just keep them in my closet and I jerk off. I don't know, guys. I have no idea what I'm talking about today. Yeah, no, Cutco's still around everywhere. I just had a friend get a huge set. I love Cutco, honestly. My aunt has Cutco. I have some older Cutco knives. It's a great company. I mean, honestly, if you sell them, you can do pretty well. Used to be able to. I don't know how it works now. I don't know if they still have like those direct sales channels and all that stuff. Welcome and hello, Valencia. Valencia, a pleasant looking individual. What do you guys think? The second guy, he seemed pretty good. Should we hire him? Oh, Valencia? He looked pleasant. He'd be pretty non-threatening at an office party. I don't know. Looks just like an accountant I had back in Poughkeepsie. Ended up having sex with my ex-wife. Things that happen, guys, in Poughkeepsie. I'll tell you. Got Billy Jack into the powdered donuts. I hope that's not a euphemism for any Peruvian wham wham. Let's see. Dude, I wasn't asking for money. Did you see me asking for money? First Amendment audit here, guys. I'm on a traditional public forum. You need your name and badge number. Sir, this is a Foster Freeze. In that case, I'll take a Blizzard. Anyway, Billy Jack's funny. Jeremy Miller's pretty funny too. I got a good audience. Even that dude, the bald guy, the one bald guy with a picture of Peter Lynch, he's pretty funny too. He's getting better. I knew Jeremy would get it. Jeremy's watched a lot of late night infomercials. Dude, they give the sets and then they give like 3 knives. Like, I can't believe you're including this. Like, the Magnum Bowie alone is worth $8,000. How are we including an $8,000 knife in this set when the whole set is $89 for these 400 knives? Doesn't make any sense. This deal has ripped open the space-time continuum, but we're making it available. Are we selling these knives, Milford? No. We're not selling knives. We're making them available. Well. A distinction without a difference. Quite clever. Lovey bird. Totally, dude. The retail value on these set of knives, just say $10 a piece. You sold them in your gas station or your outhouse business, your honey dipper. Say you sold them $10 a piece. You have a $3,000 profit right here on this dealer case, and we're making it available. I'm over here playing a little mumbly pig, just looking for the first aid kit. We're also making this first aid kit available. We know most of our viewers are completely drunk, raging alcoholics, just buying 300 knives for no particular reason. Maybe a set of 10 samurai swords. Like fat guys, this good guys, this mustaches, they're just selling you plastic knives from China, making them available. Yeah, dude, I bought some of those back when I used to drink, man. I used to buy this stuff. All in my fucking Discover card. Like, and I would my drunk self could justify it because I was getting that 1.5% cash back. I would actually calculate it in. I'm like, I'm buying these silver dollars, which are worthless because they've been polished. So they have no value beyond the raw silver, but I'm buying them because I'm stupid. I'm buying these knives and I'm calculating in, well, the knives are $199 and the shipping's $40. So that's $239, but I'm getting, you know, $3.80 in cash back. So I better go for it. When am I going to see this deal again? Anyway, guys, I have to pee violently. I apologize about the abrupt end of the show, but it's been horrible. So I'm assuming most people have tuned out. I would like to thank the greatest wrench in the history of the world, the Alberto Bertie Aviles, with one possible exception. Of course, that is the great J Money, not a lurker. We'd like to thank you both wholeheartedly. Let's see what we've got here. Oh yeah, we got the stapler auction from the GameStop guy, old Ryan Cohen on X. I guess up to 70,000. All kinds of stuff going on. I'm about to pee my pants, so I'd like to thank everybody. It's been a great one. Un poco mas. I gotta go.